Hello, can you see me? Can you hear me? It's really good to be back. I know many of you used to watch me with Mornings with Meredith. Maybe you watched me on NBC with my original TV show. Oh, better silence that. Ah, the beauty of technology. Maybe you've seen me speak on stage and we've become Facebook friends. I hope someday to see you again in person. And, it's very rare I go a long stretch without being here for all of you, without showing up in a big way. And I think faces. You might catch me talking on stages. Most recently spoke and put together a workshop here in Los Angeles on anti-Semitism. Ironically, that's what brings me here today. And smiling because sometimes we just have a feeling. We have experiences, we drop into our heart, and then sometimes, and this is where the problem is that I want to address today. We may be upset, we may be angry, we may have a dream, but we see obstacles in our way. And what do? We do nothing. That is the worst thing we can do. We sit back and we watch and we think and we have ideas. And sometimes we talk about it with a close friend. Well, I have an idea for you. In this life, we only get one shot, if that's what you believe. Use your voice. I have been sucked in to that mentality of being devastated because if you don't know and you haven't been following me a long time, for the first time in my life, after two canceled trips, and that's a long story, I went to Israel this year. That trip was one of, at the end of the year, my husband and I are tallying 14 countries we will have visited. And I made that, just so I don't confuse you, I made that journey with other women. I did it with my sisters from the Los Angeles delegation of the Israeli American Council. Newsflash, I'm not Israeli. I am Jewish. There are Jewish people who are just Jewish that connect with the Israelis. And here's what I want to tell you. That was a life-changing trip, the biggest of my life, for a multitude of reasons. My entire life, whether many people want to hear it or not, I interfaced with a lot of anti-Semitism. If you don't know anything about the Jewish people, we are less than 1% of the world's population. A blip of a blip. So for me, growing up, when I met somebody Jewish, I'm like, how exciting, I'm Jewish. Nice to meet you too. But never in my life have I been surrounded by other Jewish people. And I not only went on to see more historical sites in one trip than I ever did in Israel, I felt it. I felt what it was like to be surrounded by my people, my culture. Like never in my life, for fear of safety and things like that, which I know has come up recently, have I seen so many Israeli flags just hanging from somebody's balcony. And I went to a place after a long day that I almost didn't want to go. It was a place for fallen soldiers, the cemetery. And it was there that I had such a deep experience in understanding that people will fight for this. They will die for their love of our homeland in Israel. And recently, I have been heartbroken, beyond heartbroken, to learn that so much evil exists. I was talking about this with our son, my husband and I. I am grateful for the acts that happened on October 7th to open up to the world the level of evil that lurks among us. But at the same time, I am grateful to realize that we can be a force of light in the hardest and darkest and craziest and scariest moments of our lives. And that does not involve being silent. So I wanted to broadcast today to say, I know I'm not alone. I know you may be witnessing things across the world and have very strong feelings. Are you choosing to be silent because that's what's easier? Are you choosing to get educated? Are you choosing to decide that listening is good for you? Newsflash. Speak up when you see an injustice. Lend a loving hand or a hug to someone who needs it today. And do not stand down, sit back, and just watch while the world burns. This is not just a Jewish thing, folks. I'm talking to my Christian, Muslim friends. That's right, I have Muslim friends. I'm talking to anybody out there who is watching the news and getting educated for the first time in the world about the level of hatred and atrocities happening. I'm talking about you who has been silent your whole life, but has something rising inside of you that wants to speak up. And it doesn't mean you need to broadcast like me, but I have a TV channel and I am a speaker. So I'm coming out here letting you know I am now about to tour the world talking about using your voice, standing up. Speak your dreams, speak your fears, speak your concerns, speak your heart, speak what's keeping you up at night. Because in the end, if we sit alone in silence, nothing changes. Nothing changes if you do nothing. Newsflash. I know it sounds so simple, but snap out of it, as Cher said in the movie Moonstruck. Snap out of it and stop with your hiding, with your wishing, waiting, wanting, and thinking, oh, going about your day. If I just sit back, don't sit back. Now is a time to stand up, to speak up, to use your voice. And by the way, I have a TV show. You have a story that's compelling. I want to hear from you. If you've been thinking, oh, next year's a good time to share my story, wrong. Sirens should be going off, alerts. You have many ways that you can express yourself. And I'm really dedicating my entire life to helping people remember it takes courage to stand up and shine. It takes clarity. Get your head straight and then take your gift of expressing yourself, your story, and put it out there, because somebody out there, I promise you, has needed to hear it. I have needed to hear from my friends all over the world. I have needed more hugs than normal. And I know you know somebody out there who needs that. They need the light and they want to feel the light in times of darkness. And I'm sorry, life is too short not to choose to stand up when it's hard, to speak up when you're scared, to honor if you're afraid. And so I'm asking you, wherever you are watching this video, share it, be a light. If you have something on your heart, post it. I want to hear from it, but don't back down. Now is not a time in the world to back down from what is on your heart, from speaking about love. If you see something that is wrong, do not sit and observe. Speak up. People are dying because of the silence. People are dying because of misinformation. People are at war right now. And we, as a community, as humanity, need to use our voices now more than ever. So you will see me showing up here live for you. You will see me on big stages. You will see me in small venues. You will see me say yes to more speaking engagements in 2023 and 2024 than you've ever seen me before. Why? Because I'm on fire, and I am a stand that we, as in speakers, people in my profession, we as in TV professionals, and we as in humans, never had a time in history like this where we've seen so much evil afoot, so much hatred. Be the light, and whatever you are, do not be silent. Stand up and use your voice. Stand up and shine. I know it's hard. I know it's scary. I've been quiet for a minute because I have decided that I'm not just going to speak up. I'm doing something big. You're going to see a huge series of extraordinary stories on the Meredith TV show. You will see them on Facebook. You will see them on YouTube. You will see them on LinkedIn, like you're watching right now. You will see my stand everywhere that I have power. And by the way, I'm not the only one who has a platform, a television show, a stage to be spoken on. So I know I am not alone. I'm sitting here saying, I have never been through so much outrage, fear, sadness, misery during a time in the world where I've seen so much evil afoot, but I will not sit back. I am here for you. And I hope and I want to hear from you if you are here for me and you're ready to share whatever your story is, whatever is on your heart. Don't keep it to yourself. The world needs to hear it. And I promise you, it feels really good just to get back in the game. So thank you for watching. Please hit the share button if this touched you, and please send me a message if you have something on your heart you'd love to share. I love you.